Long time. It's been a while, man. It's been a while, Reese. It's been a while. I don't even know which one is the right hand side for my headphone.
The wire should always be on the left.
Left?
Should be.
You should. No, dude. It's right. It's over here.
Yeah, the wire should be connected to your left.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. How do you know that? How do you know that?
I wore a lot of headphones.
You went to a professional workshop on wearing a headphone?
Nah, I just wear a lot of headphones.
All right, it's been a while, Reese. I think we should do this frequently, at least twice a month.
Oh.
You know, I have, I sold my Malconic, right? My grinder.
Yeah.
And sold to...
Actually, I didn't know the reason why.
Just bored of it. Just boring of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we need something bigger. Bigger is better.
I think you just sold
I did not. Actually, I did not. Like, I did not plan to buy E80. I did not plan for it. And, it came to very ad hoc. You need to screw the mic, yeah. It came to very ad hoc. You need to cover the mic foam as well.
Okay.
So it came to very ad hoc. Over the night, I was looking at some videos, E80. Why not we just upgrade to this? Initially, I just want to get rid of one of the grinders from the table.
And the E60, the Marconi has to go.
Yeah, the Marconi went off and it came back with a bigger version. Instead.
So how's the E80 working?
I love the E80, man. E80 is so good, man. I have to lower down the dose. We used to drink 20 grams, right?
Yeah.
Ristretto for milk coffee. Because that Malconic is used to be a milk coffee only. We rarely use it for black coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So E65, we were using like 20 grams, sometimes like 20.5. Still feel okay. Yeah. Can dose up, no problem. Man, when we use E80, right? I can only drink 19. Anything more than that is like, whoa, this thing is so intense. It's not bitter, but it's intense. So that I'm convinced that the grinder really makes a huge difference. Although we are using the same coffee beans. Yeah, we were using the same coffee beans, but then different grinder. It produced a very heavy flavored from E80, Marconi E80. And in compare with the E65, much more intense. Much more intense. I have to lower down the dose at least like 1 gram or 0.5 gram so that it will not be so intense. Yeah, it will get the same flavor as 20 grams with like 18.5.
Do you season it like you did the previous one?
No, I haven't seasoned it, so doesn't matter.
So you just straight away use.
Yeah, I'm not going to dump in like 5 kilos of wasted beans into that. No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not really a believer of season. I don't care.
So you don't season
I don't
your
care.
wok?
Yeah, I don't care much about that. So, yeah, so I came back with the E80. So it's like, damn. I love the sound of the grinder, man. So macho, so man. The sound of grinder is like something I never experienced such a fucking sound before. Like most of the grinders over here is like so loud. But I love like the grinder I love is also like Atom 65. I love that because man, it's so silent, man. It's like when I put on the music, I barely know it's grinding. Not loud music like not like heavy metal, but anything sound on the background, right? I barely know it's grinding.
But for Atom, that's very fragile though, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Like you drop, not drop out, like you could have moved it by accident or you could scratch it by accident very easily.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't get you.
Oh, Atom,
dude, are you woke?
Yeah, I'm awake.
You're awake? Damn, I'm glad to know that.
Okay,
Atom
anyway,
65 is
Atom.
it's a commercial grinder. Yeah, and I love that. That's one of my favorite.
Have you ever like tested which grinders has like the decibel
No, I have not, but I'm sure to know that Unfilm is the loudest. Nobody can argue on that. Nobody can argue on that. I'm sure Unfilm is the loudest one. Unfilm Scotty 2, everyone. That's the OG grinder for specialty coffee, probably like 15 years ago. Still very popular in Bangkok. Still very popular in Sydney and Melbourne. That is a symbolize of specialty coffee. By the way, Scody 2 already discontinued for probably like a few years already. Right now they have SP2,
SP.
which is 3 to 4,000 more expensive.
Yeah, but is it good or not?
Yeah, it looks the same, as loud as it's the same. And but the burr, I heard it has titanium coated,
Oh wow.
and also it has a double fan behind, so 2 fans blowing the burr chamber. Yeah, to cool down the burr. Personally, I have not used that, but I know it's very loud as well. Yeah, but then if you go to Bangkok, if you go to Chiang Mai, there are a lot of specialty coffee shop owners, because of they used to work in Australia. When they came back, they also buy the thing, Unfilm. They have 2 Unfilms, 3 Unfilms over there. Yeah, at the coffee bar. That means they are very serious about coffee as well. Also, the business not quite good, high volume. When you have 2 to 3 Unfilm. Unfilm is very workhorse, man. It never give me a problem at all. Unfilm, it just, the only thing is very annoying is the noise. Very annoying, man. Very, very annoying. You used to work in RGB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's
We had
very
to
loud.
move away the grinder from the cashier. Lee was constantly moving away the grinder from the cashier ordering. Like, always scratching her head. How do I move this cashier away from the grinder? Because when it's grinding, can I take order? It's like too loud. What? What? What do you want? Some of them have two Unfilms. But, they're still using it. They are still using it. And even though the grinder is probably 14 years by now. The grinder with doser?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still remember that, right?
Yeah, I
That was
remember.
Scody. This is Scody 2. Scody, it was 65 or so, but then 60, sorry.
60.
Scody is 60 diameter burr. Scody 2 is 75. Yeah, I think it's 65, so I can't remember. But it's smaller burr, Scody and Scody 2. Scody is smaller burr, but come with doser. And not just loud grinding, but also dosing is loud. No, people nowadays cannot have experience all this dosing grinder because
There's no more already, right?
no more already. Most of the manufacturer brands, they do not. Yeah, they don't produce. Anyway, just now I was saying that I sold my E65 to another roaster, Joshua. And he came to me probably almost 10 o'clock at night.
Oh.
Because the next day he wants to go to outstation, so he's cannot collect. So he wants to collect immediately, right? So I asked him to collect immediately. If let's say tomorrow you're going to outstation, come and check out the grinder and then just grab the grinder off from me. And then he told me, dude, I listened to your podcast, man. What's the next question?
What?
What happened to your podcast? He told me that not much people really does a specialty coffee podcast, especially local. Yeah, so that's the question I received, and that's a reminder. 2 times a reminder. 2 times. Twice. That's the latest one before I head to Thailand. And way before that, probably a few days before that, I attended a podcast as a guest. Podcast Malaysia session, I believe. Kelvin from Renegade Radio. Kelvin also one of my guests. Anyway, shame for myself. I haven't edited his podcast that he attended at my place. Probably a month by now.
Holy shit.
Yeah. No, not a month.
You should upload his one first.
12th of July, I believe.
You should upload his one first, then you upload this.
Yeah, shame for myself, man. So that's the first reminder that I attended that podcast. And so we talk about podcasts, how I did started this channel and stuff like that. What do I think about the Malaysian podcast right now, the current market? He's a professional podcaster.
Oh,
Like
damn.
he helped a lot of clients to start off podcast channels, and also he helped like corporate clients to do podcasts as well. Like they have the idea they want to start off a podcast, so they engage the corporate, engage Kelvin to have the setup to do everything for the corporate clients.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been doing this medium for probably like 12 years right now. No, probably like 10 years. Damn, I need to listen back to the podcast, man. But he's a very old bird. He's an old bird. Yeah, also an ex barista at they used to be work in the Grumpy Cyclist, one of the very early specialty coffee bar at the TTDI.
this is very old, isn't it?
Probably like 10 years ago. They probably closed down like 5 years
Oh,
ago.
damn.
Yeah. Bunch of cyclists. Yeah, open a cafe.
Well, here's to a new episode in podcast.
Yeah, 2 times a reminder, man. Shame of myself.
I mean, we
Yeah.
did attempt one of the podcasts in the car, in your
Yeah,
car.
yeah. I think I am very busy. I'm trying to give my lame reason. Very busy. And August we hit the highest sales ever. August, we just did the review of sales. August we did the highest sales ever. Like really self-depending, not having a government grant, not having this and that. Higher sales in terms of everything.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very happy because we have a very small team, and also just past few days we just hired another dude from PLM. His name is Shafiq. Shout out to Shafiq, a very good dude, a very bright guy, in my opinion. I love my team to be multiracial. I love my team to be multi-genders and multi-racials, and I love my team to be, Buhiba team. Yeah, so that's the way for first step to corporatize. Yeah. Yeah, but then thanks for doing this with me at 6:30 in the morning, and
Yeah.
I'm glad, man. I'm really glad. What, you have class later, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I have class later, 1 o'clock.
Not 9:30.
No.
Then you want to help me out? Hey, I don't have class. Damn, it's okay then.
You have class at 2 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 o'clock. Yeah, I have class at 2 o'clock. But thanks for coming by. Well, we started this episode, and with the idea that I just came back from a roasting class
Yeah.
from Thailand, and we have a lot of ideas. We've been roasting few days, experimenting stuff with whatever I know that I learned from Thailand. Good experience. Shout out again to Espresso Academy Thailand. The brand new brand is called Espresso Academic Thailand. The new brand.
New brand.
New brand, yeah. So their Espresso Academy Thailand is a franchise from Espresso Academy Italy. And Espresso Academic is their own brand.
Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully we have a lot of collaborative activities up and coming because the owner is coming to visit the premise next month.
Next one.
Yeah, October 5th with Pitor, P-Art, and Peanut, 3 of them is coming. Yeah. Yeah, those are my mentors and also my good friends. And they taught me a lot of stuff in terms of professionally. Coffee roasting, barista, and many more. Sensory as well. They are Q graders. They are ASTs. They are professional roasters. They are professional baristas, professional sensory,
Oh, damn.
professional brewers.
Do you,
You know,
felt-
they are not just on the papers, not like those, the Olympic breakdancer, right?
do you feel like an overwhelming sense of authority
From who?
from them?
No, they're good. They're very good. They're I cannot emphasize enough how good is their hospitality when I go there. Not just to me, but to in my eyewitness of other students as well. Other students such as from mainland China, from Japan, from Korea, from local Thais. In my eyewitness, I just saw them how they treat the customers and students. So it's not such thing as they are very. What's the word for that shit, man? What's the word? Authoritarian. Yeah, there's not like, oh, they have a big ego. No, they are very humble guys. Just a lot of credentials.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're not just on the papers. They are also, they're running a cafe as well. I just visited the cafe. Impressive setup.
How much was their coffee?
I did not check on it. I did not check on it. Seriously, yeah. Probably like 120 baht, probably like 15 ringgit over here. 14 ringgit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, about that. I mean, Bangkok is about that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here is all about that. But yeah, they're not just on the paper credentials. They have a lot of practical experience. P-Art especially, also Peanut. Pito is he runs a roastery. He used to start up a cafe in Bangkok. It's called Casa Lapin for 12 years ago, 13 years ago. With the peak of 20 over outlets, then he sold off the business. So that's Pito. And then Peanut, he's running the cafes, 2 cafes. And then Espresso Academic, and P-Art also his apprentice. He also run a family business of restaurant as well. But full-time, he's he's a professional trainer, coffee trainer, Q grader, professional barista, professional sensory, and professional brewer as well.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they have the bullets. They do have the practicals. Because they have their own business. So I'm glad they are they are looking forward to see what else there's possibility to collaborate with the Malaysia, with me basically. Yeah.
With you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm trained by them, because whatever they use over there, I think this is not first time I'm talking about this. Whatever they use over there is top notch. I use a Dutch Master roaster, probably cost like 250,000
250,000
for 5 kilo, yeah. And I use another one is Diedrich 1 kilo, probably cost like 70,000 ringgit.
Damn.
Yeah, that is one of the iconic roaster. 1 kilo, around 70,000-80,000, yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, whatever they use over there is top notch, man. I use the Weber Workshop EG1 as well to make my everyday filter. Unfortunately, they don't really have a good beans because they were having a lot of sampling beans from other roasters.
Oh.
So there are a lot of beans like under development. Then they told me, why you drink this? Because I just want to try out. A lot of beans over there is underdeveloped. Then they asked me, why you want to brew this? Because it's Thailand beans.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So just came back. I'm glad that I know non-stop roasting. Hopefully that we can roast more and with more experience.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I do have a lot of questions. I do have a lot of questions regarding coffee roasting.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. So
You see the red color thing over here? Dude.
yeah.
This thing is not available in Malaysia, I've been searching for like everywhere. Only available in Lazada, Thailand. So I've asked them why don't you just sell it to me, man? This is their own unit on their teaching table. And because they are very kind enough as Thai people, very kind enough.
Did they just give it to you?
No, fuck no, man. So to me, and it's good that we have an anatomy of the coffee cherry over here, from the parchment, from the pulp into the parchment into the coffee beans. Yeah, let you hear the sound. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very cute, right? So
Yeah, it's
I
really,
printed
really
this from Google. I printed this from Google, said that we know, yeah. You know which one, which layer. This doesn't come with it. The piece of infogram doesn't come with it.
Oh.
Printed out, yeah.
It couldn't put in together though.
Yeah, it's like that. So it's like that, man. So whatever. This thing can carry out like that. Yep, it's cool.
So you just can demonstrate to everyone.
Yeah, it looks like this. Many people, to my surprise, many people didn't know the coffee coming from a cherry. Coming from not cherry, but coffee cherry.
Or many people didn't even know you need to roast the coffee cherry or roast the coffee beans.
Yeah, but many people heard of roasting also. But yeah, this is the thing that like, we can do the teaching. I'm very happy about this. It's no cheap. 300 something ringgit.
Damn.
Can't find it, man. All right, cool. What's the first question?
All right. So my first question is that how long have you been roasting coffee?
Oh, fuck, man. Half a year.
Half a year.
Right now is September. Yeah, half a year. Half a year mark, 6 months mark, yeah.
So your half a year, what have you experienced in dealing with?
No idea what I'm doing.
This is just like half the time you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. So especially for the first 2 months, like literally no idea what am I doing. No idea.
So
No idea at all. I know first crack, I know second crack, but what's the first crack?
So you did your research, but you still have no idea what you were doing at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So have a lot of questions, and I have heard a lot of he says, she says, but then it makes a lot of sense when I have a lot of questions in my mind, and people answer me with different answers, and it still have a lot of doubts on it. Then I head for the class. It totally dissolved all my questions. Totally dissolved. Yeah. So first 2 months, probably 3 months or so, not really sure what I'm doing. Like, what kind of settings should I put into my roasting my Brazil?
So for the whole like 4 or 5 months, because right now I see you're starting to roast
Actively,
Ethiopia,
yeah.
right?
Actively.
So for the past 4 or 5 months, you've been roasting only Brazil.
No, Ethiopia also.
Ethiopia
Like piece of
also.
shit. Because I was like complaining to Edmund, right? How come Ethiopia is like sweet only? There's no aroma. After I attended the class, I totally makes sense why it's sweet only.
Yeah, why is it sweet only?
Roasting for too long. It's called not bake, but it's something called slow roasting. Slow roasting is a method that you want to keep the beans for long. You are planning to probably rest it for like 7 to 10 days. Shelf life is longer. But then for the first 7 days, it's probably tasteless but sweet. There's no aroma. Yeah, that's slow
see.
roasting. And even longer roast is called bake. Bake, that means like there's no taste at
Put
all.
in the oven.
Yeah, basically it's like you just roasted off the aromas, the flavor, the body, the sweetness, all just roasted off slowly. It's a slow death for the coffee beans. Yeah, so it's over roasted. Yeah, but don't look at the graph. The graph might not manipulate you. I've tasted superb coffee beans from the same thing that we are roasting right now, Brazil Cerrado. The same thing. Superb sweet. Have you tried our Brazil Cerrado with 1:2 ratio?
No.
Tastes like shit, man. You cannot. You simply cannot do it. Why we usually use it for 1:1, right?
Yeah.
Or 1:1 or 1:1.1. But I tasted in Espresso Academic Thailand. 25 minutes roasting time. So the usual of Brazil Cerrado probably like 11 minutes. 11 minutes, 12 minutes. These coffee roasters can do 25 minutes roasting time. 25 minutes.
Only 25 minutes.
25 minutes roasting time in compare what we are doing in like 11 minutes. On the piece of paper or on the graph, it should be baked. But it tastes so smooth. It tastes zero bitterness, full aroma the next day. Because the technology allows it to do so.
I see.
Yeah. Even just second day only. It's not like fully rested yet. Just imagine after 5 days rested. It blew my mind away with the Dutch master, with some function that available for the roaster to use it. To roast it 25 minutes, 30 minutes also can. It's really up to you. And it's not big.
I see. Before we continue on, you might need to explain the key stages
Uh-huh.
on the coffee roasting process.
Key stages. A lot of people say that it first crack. So this is one of the key stages.
First crack is when you hear the sound.
Yeah.
Is it?
Why is that they first hear the sound popping, right? Because of there's water in in coffee beans. It's called moisture. So before we roast, we usually would put into a moisture reading meter to read what is the percent of the moisture for the beans. So, for example, the normal one would be 9 to 12% of water. The 9 to 12% of water, and then from there, when you roast, you're trying to have the energy to gather in the moisture, so that when it cracks, when it pops, that means it's hot enough to have, the thing get crack open, just like popcorn. The beans just crack open, and so it start develop the sugar, caramelize the sugar inside of the coffee beans. You need to have very good beans if you want to have a less development time. So the key stage will be the first crack. Of course, there are stages. Yeah, first you charge in. It matters also what's the temperature you charge in.
Oh,
Preheat and
Preheat.
charge in. Yeah, preheat and charge in. And then the second one will be the turning point. Turning point when you charge in, of course, because the beans is cold, right? The beans is cold, like they have a very low energy. The energy keep on lowering down until some point it coming up. That means the beans warming up, absorbing the heat, the energy. So that is the turning point.
I see.
So we have charge, then we have turning point. The next will be
the first crack,
the yellowing.
yellowing.
Yeah, but
What does that mean?
I don't give a shit about yellowing.
Wait, yellowing as in?
Yeah, that means the is a drying stage that the green beans is turning yellow.
Oh, before it.
Green, it was like soft, a bit soft. Yeah, because it's moisture. So when it's turning yellow, it's like it's getting hardened already. Getting hardened
It's
from
when the
yellow.
moisture is like being sucked out now.
Yeah, so it's not sucked out. It's like cooking. Yeah, it's cooking within the coffee beans. From turning point, then yellow becomes first crack. Then first crack, we will have second crack, and then so on and so forth.
I see.
So we don't do second crack. Second crack that means it's like dark roast. Yeah, so we do first crack. Yeah.
But
So
how do you determine first crack and second crack? Like, let's say you hear the first crack, and then after that, it's going to be loud as hell because all the coffee beans will start cracking as well.
yeah.
And after that, how do you determine the second crack?
Yeah, that when this first crack is over, there will be a moment of silence. So it's just that the beans are rotating within the drum, but there's no cracking sound. And then also you can see it's up and coming. There's cracking sound. Then another round of cracking sound. It's not as loud as the first one, but then this one is probably a little bit less popping kind of loudness, much more subtle. That's when it's the second crack. It's considered as a dark roast.
I see.
Yeah, we don't do dark roast over here. Probably it's a very good idea for training beans. We do first crack, and yeah, so there are a lot of different iteration of first crack. a lot. If you crack at 6 minutes, if you crack 7 minutes, it cracks out 9 minutes. Different sound, man. Different sound. We need to popping sound so loud. That's where I love to drink that kind of coffee.
Oh,
Yeah, because why?
why?
Super aromatic when you pop very hard. That's what I learned in the class. And I try it personally. I cup most of the whatever roasted in class. And, PR told me also, this is the sound that if you want to have a super aromatic, you have to pop the sound so hard. But the thing is, it's called fast roasting. The thing is, you have to drink it fast because it will be super aromatic. Because why? It will degas faster, also stale faster.
But this one is for only for fast roasting.
Fast roasting, yeah.
So slow roasting would mean
It cracks probably like 9.5 minutes, and then the sound is different. The sound is different. It's less aggressive, and if you crank at 7 minutes, 6 minutes half, 7 minutes half, super aggressive. Like you cannot miss. It's like just like the cracking sound of the popcorns in your pot. If you crank at 9 minutes and 10 minutes, it sounds subtle. So that is probably very good at making like some non-bitter, low acid of kind of espresso. Some people love it, but I like to have my coffee like high acid and high aroma.
I think I would too.
Yeah, so that's something I learned from class.
So how do you determine the right roast profile for a specific region coffee bean?
No, there's no such thing as right roasting profile. There's only, do you like it when you cup? Do you like the smell? If you like the smell, whatever I say, 7.5 minutes might be wrong for whatever the beans I haven't roasted before. Costa Rica would be superb and optimum, probably crack at 9 minutes. Anything more than that could be like very grainy, very...
So to you, it's just a constant trial and error then?
Yeah. Just like on Darling or Espresso, it's like constant try, right? Just how many shots we try? 4 shots already, right?
4 shots, yeah.
Somewhere we have to clean the grinder.
Okay, well, to be fair, you just roasted it recently only, right?
Yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday only.
Less than 12 hours ago. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think more than 12 hours right now, by now. Yeah. Less than 24. Yeah.
So,
I love the smell of it.
So basically, even if you play on different beans, different blends, or different like single origins, you will still play around. And then even after you roast it, you need to do cupping. And what if the cupping you tasted is quite not suitable to the general public?
It's hard to tell, man. General public, because when I like it, I love to roast it. If I don't like it, dude, so far I do not supply to anybody. We don't. Our setup is much more like self-consumption and self-learning. Much more on practice. But in terms of commercial, production-wise, let's say it is not what the client wants, we can just... A good roaster should have roasted according to what is the client's needs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of things can play around, especially when you learn fast roasting and slow roasting. If they want to have it much more sweetness, we can do that with any beans.
I see.
If you want to have high acid, then probably we cannot do that every beans. We can do it on certain beans as well.
So would you feel confident if, let's say, someone give you some rare premium coffee beans?
We have 3 rare premium coffee beans. Premium as in a specialty, great. And from Thailand, we have same beans wash, same beans honey, same beans with natural. We
Black honey?
Yeah. No. I think it's yellow honey, something like that. Yeah. It's not as aggressive, not as intensive. But yeah, we do have 1 kilo each.
Have you tried the roast?
No, not yet. We just ordered another 5 kilo each from Guatemala and another 5 kilo from Costa Rica. Guatemala, I believe, is for espresso. The Costa Rica, I believe, based on tasting notes given from the trader, It is meant for filter roast.
Oh.
Yeah, the price range and the tasting notes, it is for filter roast, Costa Rica. Yeah, we having like 5 different beans on our hands right now, 7 different beans on our hands right now, inventory, to try out to roast it differently and to find out to gain more experience, basically.
You feel confident that you'll be able to do
No,
it?
not really. I felt very confident right now with my Ethiopian. We tried out like few. We tried blends also, like Brazil with Ethiopia. Different ratios. That means different like 5, 6, 4, 4, 6. Different ratio. We're gonna copy it on Monday because we have no time for these 2 days for classes.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, we are experimenting on everything. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can execute on SCA roasting class, intermediate, and SCA barista class, intermediate to professional.
How much will you charge for that?
I have no idea. I will have to. By the time, depends on feelings and mood. Yeah. So probably the first few batches, or probably the first few students will be the best of the best price, and then after that will be up and up and up and up. Yeah, the first few students will obviously get the privilege to have lowest price.
I see.
Yep.
Okay, so does actually the environment, temperature, and humidity affect the beans or not?
Yes, it does. We used to have roast like the beans, very very bitter, man. Very bitter.
So
We
because
have one batch like few months ago, very bitter one.
Is it because it's hot outside?
Because you do not know, because we kept it.
You kept it?
We kept the beans not to allow you all to drink. Because later you all will condemn us, right?
No. I mean, it's good to try.
Like we're trying to figure out, the graph looks the same exactly like previous roasts, but then how come it's bitter? We did nothing different from the machine, the grinder, same grinder, but it is bitter. We found out that after that we kept the beans from away from a warm environment. Yeah, we used to keep the beans over there at the roasting room over there. And then, I told Edmund and Boone, bring back the beans over here, where it is inside the bar. There's no sunlight, there's no warm environment, everything's just keep in room temperature. Come back again, sweetness. Come again, sweetness. I have no idea why.
So it needs to be properly cooled down.
Yes, it needs to be properly temperature, and also obviously it's humidity, because over here I think it's good. Other countries might be high humidity, will create a lot of mold. So over here I think we're good. We are not really, only a few kilos of coffee beans over here, so I think we are okay.
All right.
Yeah, but then the storage really matter though. Storage really matter, because the warmer it gets, right, also the moisture it lost. Very sensitive. Coffee beans is hypersensitive, right, to the environment, to any heat. So what I learned from the class, let's say if you deal directly from the traders or the farmers, from the country that you stated is 11%, probably when the times it arrives here, probably like you have the -1 to 2%.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the logistic sea freight, right? Sea freight is under the sun. They will not put in the very good aircon room for the beans, obviously.
That one.
They put it into, what do you call it, container. And container is hot, man. So you can -1 to 2%.
I see.
Yeah.
So can you tell me the difference in the flavor profile between light, medium, and dark? Like how it changes across the roastings.
That means light roast, that means you, after the first crack, not too long, you have to drop the beans from the roaster. So that means if you have a very short development time. Most of the beans that you need to have the first crack, that's for sure. If there's no first crack, there's no development, that means inside is nothing. Inside is just green beans. Outside it looks like brownish, but inside is like green beans.
Do you think that is a lot of newly started roasters' common mistakes?
not just newly started, man. I drink like some shit ass beans from a champion, so-called champion, whatever it is. I don't want to name some, but charge like fucking expensive, but tastes like shit. Tastes like grass, man. So I don't blame them. You know, they use very high-end, expensive roaster, charge expensive, but tastes like something just started learning. And they've been doing this for like probably a few years. Yeah. Probably they need to attend class. They fucking need to attend class. In my opinion, they desperately need. And yeah, so after I attend the class, then I got to know that after this first crack, it's the time for development. After the first crack, that means it's the beans wide open, not wide open, but it cracks out so that heat can go through, and then start development. What's going on inside? So before first crack, just you're just charging up the energy, and then you just develop outside the color. But once it's cracked, then the heat can go in. The heat can go in, then you start development. What's going on inside? So the lighter you roast, that means the lesser you develop. Yeah?
Yeah.
The lesser you develop, that means if the beans has high acidity, you present you high acidity. If the beans had a lot of floral, you present you a lot of floral. Now, my next statement, if the beans are shit-ass beans,
Okay.
you also present to you a shit-ass beans.
Have you ever received some shit ass beans?
No, that makes sense. Like Brazil is not for filter. Because anything you develop less than there's the timing, and then the system will tell you right now it's 8%, right now it's 9% development time, right? So there's a time. For example, your total roast time is 9 minutes. After first crack 3 minutes, what's the percent?
I see.
33%. So that's how the calculation, the system will tell you, the roasting program will tell you, right now after first crack, 0.1, 0.2, yeah, the second go on. Then will tell you right now it's 2%, 3%. So the longer you roast, the longer percentage, more percentage, right? So
if it reaches 100%, then
no, there's no such thing 100%, because you already have first crack. You only have more percentage only, because the first crack there's a time really. Yeah, there's impossible 100%. When you reach like 40%, it's already second crack. 30%, 40%, second crack. Yeah. So we did roast, come back to here, right? Why Brazil is not meant for the light roast? Because when we roast, usually we roast at development like 20%. Yeah. So if you roast like 15%, it tastes like shit on.
still
grassy,
quite raw,
grassy.
yeah.
You remember there are a few times you asked me, can I drink this? Then I try it. Then I tell you, don't drink it.
yeah, I remember.
Don't drink it, throw it away. No, because of low development, it's not really suitable for Brazil.
I see.
There's no such thing as bad beans, but it's meant for that. Because of price range, because of beans itself, is really meant for longer development time, like 20%, 19%, 25%. Taste sweeter, nice, nutty, chocolatey, stuff like that. There are beans, which is much more high-end, double, triple, quadruple the price, is meant for low development, because the beans itself is nice to drink. For example, Panama Geisha, I'm sure you heard of it.
Yep.
Development time, development percent, 5%.
Only 5?
Yeah, literally, they first crack for probably like 30 seconds or whatever seconds, less than 1 minute, they drop the beans. Because the beans itself, internally, is nice. It's floral, fruity.
So if you were to
aromatic.
over roast it, would mean that everything's just gone.
Yeah, if you develop more, you just wasted the potential of the beans. If the beans is nice.
I see.
Yeah,
so
good quality.
So that's why Panama Geisha is always light roasted.
Always light roasted. Yeah, Panama Geisha. Super expensive, probably like $1,000 per kg.
Holy.
Yeah.
It's the raw beans.
Yeah, raw beans. So usually they will do like 5% or less. If the beans is very nice, they will do lesser. if the beans is nice. So, for instance, for future rows, that what we did with this one, we try and like 10%. Yeah, I think still have some grainy. Probably let's say grainy, you need to develop more, probably 1 or 2%, and try again and cup again, see whether it's nice. Aroma is very nice. But it's been rested for 4 days only, to be fair. So, but then I still taste some grainy, still taste some vegetable, little bit hint of a vegetable, yeah. So I have to experiment. You have to experiment because we are not paying super premium price for the green beans or Ethiopia, Sidama. So we are trying to, this is just experiment for us. So we know right now 10% is a little bit grainy. So in the next round we should try 12%.
I see.
Yeah. Medium light roast. Yeah.
So how will it taste if, let's say, you just straight away have it dark roast?
Wasted.
No,
Wasted.
you try
Any
before?
beans can dark roast. Are you willing to burn the money?
Oh,
Because almost all the beans taste similar when it's dark roast. When it's dark roast, almost all the beans taste similar.
it's smoky ash flavor.
Yeah, sweet,
Sweet.
thick body, smoky.
I think a lot of people would like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I say, there's no bad coffee beans. Always there's some market on it. Even training beans also have market. I buy training beans. I don't want to roast myself. I buy the defected training beans from Anson. I don't want to roast myself, dude. It's like one time I buy like 10 kilos. I don't want to spend time on 10 kilos on doing that.
I mean, a lot of the students have asked if they can drink the.
Yes, of course can drink. It's just that sometimes they over roast. Anson over roasted. Like not the thing that you want. Just put aside, waiting for my order. Or under roast, right? Oh, okay. This is like slightly lighter than what I expected. Put aside. Wait for my order.
Then will he roast again?
Or there's one batch that roasted halfway, the whole shop just got trip. Electricity trip. This basically is like light brown, very light brown. Then just wait for my order. When my order comes, dump in the roaster again, re-roast it. Training beans, man. There's no bad coffee beans. Every coffee beans, there's a market for it.
That's very bad. I mean, it is still training beans. We're only using it for latte art class.
We're using it for latte, yeah.
But
The
there are
drinkable, not the optimum, but drinkable.
Yeah. So a lot of students will ask me whether they can drink or not, which I always tell them, yeah, they can drink. It's just that I wouldn't, recommend.
Yeah, it's not optimum.
Yeah.
In terms of taste and profile, and you have to drink with the least quality kind of coffee beans.
And yet a lot of people still find it nice.
Yeah, because if you compare with Kopio, it's really nice.
Okay. First was one problem. Now is that.
We have to move out.
No, it's okay.
We have to move out. It's like look at the cracking sound from this aluminium partition. Cracking sound. When it's cold, it got crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tweaking, right? It's not cracking. Tweaking, yeah.
So, dark roast, you would say is around like smoky ash flavor. Okay, what's the?
You know what? To my understanding, dark roast, don't let the smoky and ashy like fools you. Dark roast can be clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that smoky and ashy is not considered as a roast defect. It's considered as part of the flavor view, part of tasting notes. That is considered clean in terms of dark roast.
Clean.
Yeah.
Damn.
What is
what is over,
what is not clean, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ask me what is not clean, right? I just roasted one is like not clean one. We cup it.
So
We cup
very
it. Taste in terms of taste is not clean. But we try it with the milk coffee. It's super.
Okay, what
nice.
do you mean is not clean?
The darker you roast, the much more sweetness, and so also the bitterness is coming out, right? Yeah, you cannot run away from bitterness. If the darker it is, the much more sweetness and also bitterness coming with it. It's a package. So bitterness is good. Bitterness with sweetness is okay. It's considered clean. A hint of bitterness is considered clean. but the bitterness come with some other awkward tasting notes, which in the flavor wheel stated there as well. Medicinal. Medicinal is not herbs, It's not like the Chinese herbs. It's not like Tongka
Okay,
Ali.
what do you mean by
Medicinal means like those Panadol.
Oh,
Tastes like Panadol. Tastes like
gosh.
paracetamol.
In the flavor wheel is listed as
Medicinal.
defects or
Yeah,
something.
the
defects.
I think the blue color one. Yeah, blue color segment. Yeah, medicinal.
So
It
does
is-
that mean you over roast it? To
did not control well on the energy, so it's like over roasted a little bit, and it's too hot from the outside, energy from the outer beans, so that means it's slightly burn off, and it carries on with medicinal tasting notes. So let's say I lower down energy by 1 or 2, right? It will not happen. It will not happen. It will just clean bitterness and sweetness and body. It will be
see.
just clean. It's supplement. Dark roast also has some skills. I think I talked about this before. Dark roast also have some skills in terms of roasting, how to roast it well, clean dark roast.
Oh.
Yeah. Not just light roast, man.
So
Dark
not,
roast also has some
so
skills
it takes
on it.
like a very very specific kind of skill set for you to have in order to
Yeah, to roast it
confidently
pleasantly.
roast it.
To roast it pleasantly. Also, the first time I've heard it from my friend Pitor in Thailand. I just try out. He roasted total dark roast like around 4 minutes, like super quick. Usually dark roast is probably like 12 minutes, 14 minutes. Yeah.
Means he has a lot of high energy.
Yeah, high energy within the drum, right? And dark roast usually do not come with acidity. That come with acidity and nice. It surprised him so much, That means the I think Probat, the drums, the roaster name, the coffee roaster name is called Probat, the brand, and has a lot of energy in it. It's a 1 kilo roaster. Yeah. Justin, what's your question again?
What are the difference between the three roasting?
Oh, yeah.
The three roast
So the
levels?
light roast, you develop less. The medium roast, you develop more. The dark roast, of course, you develop even longer. So what are the different? So the first light roast, if the beans is pleasant, it gives you a lot of acidity and sweetness as well. Thin body of coffee. So the medium is a medium of both parties. That means it has some acidity, probably lower than the light roast. More sweetness, low bitterness, and the dark roast will be almost none acidity. And then we have higher coffee body and sweetness and bitterness as well. Well, depends what kind of coffee that you like to drink. The body, a lot of people ask me what's body, right? So what is body to you? Coffee body?
Coffee body.
Yeah. Describe. Now it's a test.
Okay, coffee. To
yeah,
me,
go ahead, go
coffee
ahead.
body would be something like if you drink, you could actually taste the essence of coffee inside.
What the fuck is essence, man? That's so... Describe
when you
it
drink-
physically. Describe
Okay.
the physical descriptors.
Physical descriptors is not diluted.
Non-diluted. What do you mean?
Means you can actually taste the cup of coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's say you have the difference between a high body and low body is that high body is you could actually taste the coffee in it. Okay?
Okay.
While low body you could actually taste more watery, more diluted.
That's less body.
Huh.
Yeah. Yes. Almost there. I give you a few of the representing each thin, medium, and high body. Thin body, a glass of water. Medium body, a glass of orange juice.
Orange juice.
Yeah, orange juice, yeah. And the highest body, a glass of milk. Which one more concentrated?
Definitely high body.
Which one?
The milk.
The milk, right? Because it's thicker, more concentrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the body over here, we always describe as the thickness of the coffee in terms of taste and also the body of the coffee.
I mean,
That is in your mouth.
I see.
Yeah, that's in your mouth. Yeah. So the darker the roast, usually the coffee comes out thicker. Like if after you make espresso or ristretto, right, it's definitely thicker than the light roasted espresso. Yeah. So that's how the body will describe in the SCA.
I see.
Yeah. So lighter roast, thin body, medium roast, medium body. That's no brainer. Then the dark roast,
High body,
heavy body, heavy body.
heavy body.
Yeah.
They call
Or
it.
full body. Or full body.
Oh,
Yeah. So but this is very general. But what about in between, right? So what is medium roast? That's another question. What is medium roast? Yeah. Like what is after first crack, what is medium roast then?
I mean to
Yeah.
like to generalize it, medium roast is just between light roast and dark roast. Means you don't
Yeah,
after
that's the
the first
thing.
crack, you wait longer period.
You see
in
the
light roast.
spectrum of light roast and between light roast and dark roast, right? The spectrum is so wide, man. Every single second is another level of development.
Yeah.
It's another taste. It's another medium roast. It's another medium roast until you reach certain level. It's dark roast, and light roast between light roast and medium roast has wide spectrum as well. So people will define all this spectrum, right, based on the color reader, color meter. We have a device, it's called color analyzer. That means there's a device with a laser inside. We put the coffee ground in it. You scan, it will tell you a number.
That
The number is called electron,
electron,
right?
yeah.
That means if you have 100 electrons, it's a very high reflective rate between the laser and the coffee beans. The 100 electrons could be very, very light roast.
Just barely made the first crack. Is it?
Barely roasted. Yeah. So the lower the number, like 30 electrons, right? 40 electrons, that is dark roast.
Got legit, completely dark roast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the in
But
between medium roast.
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Okay.
Every brand of all this color meter, right? They have different readings. For
Okay.
example, when I was studying at Thailand, they use a industrial standard. It's called Light Tails. The brand is called Light Tails. A piece of it costs 12,000 ringgit, 13,000 ringgit. A piece of
damn.
it, yeah. Light tail. Again, they have different reading. To them, 30 electrons or 40 electrons and below, like 39 and below, it's dark roast. Oily, all this. 90 electrons and beyond, like upper is super light, and 80 and upper will be 80 and above will be light roast. We are using the Le Brew, the brand called Le Brew. So light tails versus Le Brew is like 10 electrons away.
Oh,
The
damn.
medium light for Le Brew is like 60, 65. The medium light for light tails is like 59. Yeah. So again, there's another brand called Omni.
Knee.
Yeah, another brand. Yeah, that's even higher number. The dark roast for them is 70.
Oh my gosh.
The
Wait.
light roast is like 110. So again, yeah, there's no industrial standard on that. So you cannot tell me like I'm using Le Brew, you're using light brew. You're telling me mine is like 65. Mine is also 65, but it's different color one. You look at it, shit, it's different, man. Then someone use like Omni, right? Even worse, mine is 100. I look at it 100 on the piece of paper packaging, right? I thought it's super light. I open it medium. Yeah, that's why now I understand why most roaster they do not put the electron on the label, because different brand, different
I
reading.
see.
Yeah. So that's why I use Le Brew. I will use Le Brew from the start to until once I change the brand, right?
It's very hard to change the
Yeah,
settings.
dude, whatever I use over there, I have to adapt again. Take some time to adapt. Yeah, because it's probably like plus minus 10 more electron for my reading. 65 from Le Brew is 75 in light tails, could be.
I see.
Yeah. So so that's the color meter. it's very useful when you want to determine yourself what kind of roast it is, because the color will tell you exactly what it is: light roast, medium light, medium dark, whatever it is, and you have the expectation
Then-
what kind of flavor you can get from there.
Yeah, then okay, let's say if you receive a packet of roasted beans and it says there is like medium to light roast, okay? But when you
Yeah.
open a packet, okay, it's literally like very dark, very oily. What do you think?
No,
of
no,
that?
okay, this I can. I don't want to. It's not for me to defend the roaster. Now, here's the thing. You know there are few processors for coffee, right?
Yeah.
Wash, natural, and
Natural.
honey, right?
Yeah.
Honey is definitely darker one.
Yeah.
If let's say you roast development time, you develop for like probably like 10% versus a wash you develop for 10%, it's different color one. Which one darker?
No,
the natural
the
will be
natural,
darker.
yeah.
Yeah. The wash will be lighter color. Physically, visually. But you look at in terms of the graph from the roaster, it will tell you that exactly the same thing. Development 10%, first crack 7.5 minutes, for example. Now also the first crack around that as well. But the color is darker. That has to depends on what kind of process the coffee bean is.
I see.
Yeah. So like black honey, right? Even though I roast it very light, let's say for example, it will be probably like 60 or 55 because the black honey, the beans itself, the raw beans itself is already very, very dark.
If you guys are interested in knowing about black honey, you can watch back the video
Yeah.
about the coffee processes that we talked about.
Did I post it?
I think you should have posted it already, by now, isn't it?
Did I? I don't think I did.
Are you serious?
I don't think I did, man. So yeah, I'm sorry about that shit, man. Too busy. You know?
It's okay.
Yeah. Malaysian reason. Too busy.
Okay, so how do you determine the freshness of the roast impact of the flavor of the coffee?
What do you mean?
How do you
I don't get you.
determine like how fresh the fresher it is, like fresh off the roaster?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
how does it impact the flavor of the coffee?
By standard guideline should be after roasted date will be like 7 days and beyond. Within 7 days to 30th days, that's the best time to use it. Anything more than 30 days, I would say
Stale.
it's kind of stale already. Also depends on what kind of after attended the class, right? Really depends on what kind of roast profile they're doing. Obviously, the roaster will not show you the graph. This is this, and then you can put this, rest for 2 weeks, and then you drink.
I don't
But
think anyone will be able to know.
The rule of thumb, the lighter you roast, you need to rest for a longer period of time.
Lighter?
Yeah, because it's less development, right?
Uh,
Yeah. So when you have less development, that means the beans is very dense. Very dense, that means you need more time to rest. Like filter beans, light roasted. Let's say, for example, 80 electrons, like 78 electrons. You have to rest at least like 10 days, man, to really have the flavors out. Any less than that, you have to compromise. It still tastes a bit grainy, still tastes a bit vegetable because it's not rest enough.
I see.
So you need to degas the beans, like put it there, like probably like, I don't know, 10 days, 14 days. Dude, this is one eye opener for you. I went to a coffee bar, it's called Explore Bar. Explore Bar at Sunway.
At Sunway.
Yeah, Sunway. Explore Bar. Explore Fee, I think it's called Explore Fee. Explore Fee. Explore coffee, right? Explore Fee. Dude, they served me an Ethiopian beans with wash, right? The roasted date in February. I was there July. Let me finish this question. Let me finish this statement, man. Might surprise you. I look at it. Then someone opened the bag for me. Come on, brother, you smell it. Smells very good. Still okay. All right. Yeah, I'm done with natural. I'm done with anaerobic. I'm not interested. I want something washed. So yeah, this one is very nice. Yeah, roaster from Johor, JB. Nice. Okay, let's do it. All right. I look at somewhere open the bag for me. Smells good. Okay. I look at the roaster date, February. Damn. In my mind, when he's preparing shit, what does it taste like? Tastes so nice, man.
I should go there.
Tastes so nice, man. The
It's in
package,
Sunway, right?
the package is like 1 kilo, right?
1 kilo. He just freshly opened it.
Not freshly, when the time is open, like probably 30% left only.
Oh,
That means the bean, right, been opening, close, for
yeah.
a few thousand times. But it's nice.
It's still nice.
It's still nice, dude. It's light roast.
Oh,
It's light roast.
so the shelf life is very much long then.
Yeah, probably. I'm not too sure how they roast the beans, but in my opinion, it's still very nice. The guy is very good at it. The roaster also very good at it. I never heard about roaster as well. If you ask me right now who's the roaster, I cannot remember the name. It's just another roaster, but I can tell you that guy has some skills, and the roaster has some skills as well. In order to have, still nice, like probably like after 4 months already. Open like 1,000 times to the customers, the bag of beans. I don't know. Maybe they top up. Maybe once they have 1 kg, then they remove like 800 grams into a container, vacuum it. The rest is just open, like every day just stop a little bit, open a little bit, open to introduce the beans. I'm not too sure. But the way I look at it, like, it's like really the bag been opened like 100 times, if not like 500 times. You know how the bag looks like, right? When you open too many times, it's like a lot of wrinkles on it.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Yeah, a lot of wrinkles on it, right? So yeah, it looks like that, but it tastes nice anyway. Anyhow,
I see. So, can you share some like memorable roasting experience?
from where?
Like you created an exceptional roast that
I
time?
don't have yet.
Don't have yet. So everything was just subpar to you.
Yes. If I'm on the average side, I'm very happy, man.
Okay. Now you did mention the cupping, right? You did mention cupping after you roast. Like, how do you do it?
There are a few ways to do it. Now, if you want to find fault, right? For example, now I'm talking about on behalf of from the perspective of the commercial roaster. Yeah, client tell you this batch of beans super bitter, but you found out your roasters we're doing the same thing, same beans. The graph looks the same. What they will do a triangulation test. Same beans, and then plus the beans that you got from client that feedback is very bitter, is different from the last batch. Try and have a triangulation test. Blind testing. 3 cups, 2 cups the same, 1 cup is odd. So you have to find the odd cup. Yeah, so we have put in odd cup, any different or not? Blind. Taste, no different. Then just feedback, there's no different. Probably you want to, improve on your roasting, develop longer, get it sweeter. And if there's different, that means you have to fucking like check on your storage, the way you keep your storage of your coffee beans. Like I mentioned just now,
Yeah.
for no reason, right? The beans, put it back here, there's no more bitterness.
I see.
Yeah, so that's one way. And also, triangulation is one way. There's another way, it's called in and out method. In and out method is just 2 cups,
What's okay?
the left and right.
Okay.
So the left will be, it is the beans that you roast by standard. It's called reference cup. Another cup will be blind.
So it could be any cup.
It could be any cup.
I see.
So there's a few sets of all this. There's one reference versus reference. Blind, you have no idea which set it is. Another one will be reference cup
Versus like client
with
cup or
whatever
something.
the client cup, yeah. And then another one will be whatever you're trying to improve from there. Try to taste it any different or not. Blind.
Blind.
Then of course there's a marking underneath. So there's a few ways.
When you try it out, you're supposed to like test the flavor notes or you test the difference.
Yeah, flavor notes and see, really go into it, really try to find out, is this the same cup or is this the different cup? Obviously, if you first time doing it, it's very hard. But over the time, you develop very sensitive. If you do it every day, twice a week, 3 times a week, you are much more sensitive. You can able to tell more. Especially you get used to the Brazil beans, for example. If you taste it twice a week, 3 times a week, anything, small little changes, you might taste it out based on the experience.
I think it's been a while since we last did cupping session, right?
Yeah, we only did cupping on a weekday basis. So we have more space and time to conduct the cupping within ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah, we're about to cup a few more roasts over there on Monday. A bit late because usually cup next day. But anyway, we don't have time today.
all right. So, got one last question for you, I guess. How do you adjust roasting for high quality beans? Let's say you receive a new packet of beans, okay, just raw beans, fresh from the farm. Okay, how would you adjust the roastings?
You have to guess, man.
So
You have to guess.
So you need to roast the whole packet. Or you
First
just
of
roast
all,
like
you have to set.
250.
You have to set what is the objective of these beans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you set the objective of these beans, I want it to be filter. Usually the good coffee beans, I mean the better quality coffee beans will be for filter coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to set for filter, and then the next you have to set what is the development percent, and then the next you want to set when is the first crack.
I see.
So if you're a roaster, you have to know how to do all these criteria. The beans is meant for filter, all right? So you should be less than 9 minutes. Second, when's the first crack? I want it to be 7.5 minutes. So when you have the first crack 7.5 minutes or 7 minutes, you have to put very high energy. So based on the capacity we have, you cannot put a lot of loads in it. Probably you want to put like 200, 250 or 300 grams, right? So you have high energy, so it cracks at 7 minutes.
I see.
Yeah. So when it cracks at 7 minutes, it pops very hard. It's very aromatic, in my opinion. So that, after that, you want to develop 8%. You want to develop 10%. You want to develop 12%. Let's copy tomorrow then.
I see.
Yeah, let's say
So-
8% is like, fuck, man, this is vegetable.
So have you ever tried like blasting, just straight up blasting, and maybe it cracks like within 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes?
Crack 4 or 5 minutes? No, cannot.
Cannot?
No. My drum is like, not much. I believe not much of coffee roaster can do 4 minutes. Not much.
Not much.
Yeah, not much. Not much. Yeah. There are some super expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
They can. You have to understand, you crack 4 minutes, but it's not scotch.
Yeah.
You know what scotch, right?
Yeah.
Scotch means like burn from
So burn-
outside. It's
yeah.
like, it looks very dark already. Inside is raw.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have that as well.
I see.
So you have to brown it outside and also cook inside. And that has something to do with the roaster and also the drum. What's the capability of the drum? The coffee roaster they're using. Yeah. So when you have all this, then coffee roasting is all about controlling the energy within the drum and conduct it into the coffee beans. That's it, man. You have to understand more. The more you use of just like your car, right? You know how it behaves. You know how it runs, how it rev. Same with the coffee roaster. You need to know how well it will have conducting energy for the coffee beans. If I let's say I have a new roaster. Let's say I bought a new roaster. Again, I have to try out again. I put 500 grams, 600 grams, put it like 80% energy and see how it goes, or 50% of energy, see how it goes. Like after second crack,
I see.
first crack, I know. Okay, let's say it's 9 minutes of first crack. That means right now I'm putting not enough energy. Let's say it cracks at 5 minutes. Oh, this machine has a lot of energy. I lower down next round.
I see.
So
it's
yeah.
just try and error. Then.
Yeah, just try and error. You need to understand more. You need to understand as a roaster, so that the more you roast, the more you understand more.
I see.
But there are a lot of things, right, that YouTube will not tell you, the roaster will not tell you. So I'm glad that I spent enough money go to Thailand and learn a lot of things from them.
Now you get to give out the information for free.
Nah, even I'm trying to tell slow roasting, fast roasting, and a lot of roaster have no idea what I'm talking. Yeah, seriously, no idea what I'm talking. Yeah. Yeah. So I intended the course is to be simplified how it's supposed to roast. Not to change here, change there, change here, change there until it's like your objective. Then it's defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
You have to guess the right. You know the best roasting?
What?
You don't change shit. Yeah, you so understand the beans and so understand the roaster. You set, go, cracks at 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes, and then you drop after 20% or 15%. You don't change shit. That's the best one. And it tastes good.
Okay.
That means you're very good at understanding the beans and understanding the drum roaster or the coffee roaster. That's the best roast profile. If you're not, you still have to guess it. Oh, I have to lower down before the first crack. I have to up after the first crack. Or lower down after the first crack. Still not understand yet. Still not understand yet. Still a long way to learn.
Yeah. So this is a very expensive hobby in the first place.
Yeah. Coffee is very expensive. Yeah.
You think it's worth it?
Hmm?
Do you think it's worth it?
I have my whole family. I have my car. I have my mortgage loan because of my coffee. They're paying for it. Do you think it's worth it?
No, as in
I
like
have my whole
roasting
family.
coffee.
Yeah. It's the next thing I should study, and so we have more products to offer. We have more products to offer. We can roast and self-consume, and so we can cut some costs. Well, and by cutting some costs, we are able to learn. When we are able to learn, we are good enough, then we are able to teach. That's all. We are not like, oh, as a barista, you have to learn roaster. I don't think that way. I think of a potential business in terms of after I learn it, I can cut some costs, I learn, and also I can able to teach. That's the whole objective.
I see.
Yeah, I don't do it because of, oh, how cool to be a roaster. This is my roaster. Look at it, I'm a roaster. You still barista. No, I don't do that shit, man.
Understand?
I do it professionally. Yeah. Any more questions, dude?
Nope.
Shall we wrap things up? One more?
Yeah, just one last one then. What advice can you give to all the coffee roasters out there right now?
Yeah, stop guessing. Go attend a class.
All right, that's it.
Lower down your ego. Lower down your ego. No matter how long you roast, find a good coffee roaster class. A good one. I'm not talking the lousy one. There are a lot of lousy one locally. Find a good coffee teacher to teach you how to roast. I'm sure there are a lot of things you still do not know.
Who do
what
you
you're doing.
recommend?
Espresso Academy Thailand, man.
that's
I learned
the
from
only
there.
one.
I learned from there. So, and also they are teaching the syllabus from Coffee Mine. Coffee Mine is very famous Scandinavian coffee roaster. Morten Bunchau. Morten Bunchau is the one who went over to Thailand and taught them the master class. And whatever they are teaching right now, it belongs to Coffee Mine's syllabus, and plus the SCA syllabus to combine is the ultimate syllabus. Yeah, Coffee Mine. I just watched the video from Lance Hendrick, right? The dark versus roast video. Dark versus light roast video. Also, you mentioned a lot about the Morten Bunchau, the guy name Coffee Mine from Coffee Mine. And and I think he's very reputable. He done a lot of research. So Espresso Academic Thailand is the one that teach his syllabus.
I see.
His syllabus, yeah. The importance of action, the roast level, color, and the taste. The rest is not so irrelevant. The most important is the action that you end result, inside and outside, and so the taste. The rest is not relevant. Yeah, it's all about controlling the power from the coffee roaster machine. Yeah. So go attend a class if you are roasting and struggling at home. I'm sure a lot of things you have no idea what you're doing. Lower down your ego, and be humble. You're gonna learn from someone. Yeah, that's the best way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's even better if you before you start, you're gonna learn first. Before you even start, you do a lot of research, YouTube, and you want to buy a roaster. Don't buy first. Probably after you attend the class, then you have a better idea which one to buy. Yeah. So that's my advice. Yeah. All right.
All right. So
That's
we've
all.
come.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Cool, man. Thanks for coming, Riz, doing this with me.
Yep.
I think you're very cold right now.
No.
Are you cold?
No.
Okay. Cool.
I got my body fat to keep me warm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice to know that. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.